Hey guys, Luke Inman back again in the Cold Omaha studios. Now I got a cool short little video piece coming out in the next few days on the Vikings and how they've been installing and running the Wildcat formation with Jerick McKinnon. So be on the lookout for that. But, it got me thinking of the good old days of Joe Webb. And while I was cutting up some of this year's Wildcat plays, I went back and checked out some of that Joe Webb Blazer package. Yeah, remember that? When I scrolled through some of his old stats, I stumbled upon what I forgot was one of the most dramatic up-and-down roller coasters of a game that a then 2-10 team could have. Now, this game took place in Detroit, who was 7-5 at the time, hunting for playoffs and coached by Jim Schwartz. And this game was easy to throw out in the archives and forget about as a Viking fan, while the Leslie Frazier-led squad was just 2-10, as mentioned. Playoff hopes lost, bottom of the division inevitable, and Adrian Peterson out with a sore ankle. But what I found on the tape was just too captivating and downright humorous not to share and collaborate into a fun little fluff piece for your weekend viewing pleasure. As Christian Ponder had one of the worst starts to a game I think I've ever witnessed with my own two eyes. His first 5 plays where he drops back to pass are so catastrophic and destructive that it wasn't long until the aforementioned Joe Webb entered the picture. Down 17 points, Webb comes in and turns this thing into quite the entertaining and fascinating game with a finish that will leave Vikings fans in agreement that we at one time, not anymore, I'm trying to reverse the jinx here, had one of the unluckiest, frustrating, and depressing teams in the NFL. I'll just leave it at that. Roll the tape in what was a game to remember.
And on first down, Ponder to throw. The ball is loose. Recovered for a touchdown. Stripped away by Averill.
Got to protect Christian Ponder. Worst possible scenario. Load hope. Lets Averill get a short corner coming in from behind. Christian Ponder had no idea he was there. That is a quarterback's worst nightmare.
Welcome back to Hall of Fame producer Bob Skinner, who I'm through this week. And it is a nightmarish start for Christian Ponder and the Minnesota Vikings.
Who he wants back next year.
In the hands of Harvin, Rick Earhart. Short drop, Ponder fires, should have been intercepted. Ponder looking for Harvin. And Harvin was open.
That ball needed to go up earlier. That's hard to do when you break contain here. You can see Harvin short motions from the outside. Ponder's very good at this. Harvin goes vertical. He's outside the protection scheme right now where he needs to be. Had he put that ball up deeper and earlier, Minnesota would have had a much-needed touchdown.
Alfonso Smith, his second interception of the game.
One of the things about him, people question his arm strength. You don't see this very often. The old square out. Most teams roll into their outside routes like that, so you get some speed. That gives the corner a chance to break down unless you're ready to run a stutter go. That was just ill-conceived from the beginning, and Christian Ponder way too late on the throw.
That is now 6 turnovers for Ponder in the last game and a little more than a quarter. First down to 38, Ponder throws across his body. Goodness gracious. And it's intercepted by Eric Wright.
Well, this is bad on so many levels. First, he gets outside. You can see coming from the right. Percy Harvin flashes once he gets outside, but you can never throw back against the grain of the defense. That's just a dumb mistake that Christian Ponder...
Jeez, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. You heard the announcer before the last pick. Ponder had 6 turnovers in just 5 quarters of play, and that would make it 7. Ponder started the game with a strip sack, fumble, scoop, and score, which, to be fair, should be put on Phil Lodeholt for most of the blame. He then throws an interception to Alfonso Smith on an underthrow. His next 2 dropbacks go sack and a 4-yard loss to Percy Harvin, and he follows that up with a throw way over the head of Rudolph that for all intents purposes should have been intercepted as well. Then the poor underthrow to a wide-open Percy Harvin streaking down the sidelines and wraps it up with the pick six to Alphonso Smith, and what you just saw, another one for good measure, throwing across his body. Sure, Stephen Tulloch, throw some salt in the wounds by absolutely decking him on a cheap blindside shot. I think some fans would say these few plays sums up Ponder's career pretty good. Now, onto his backup and replacement, Joe Webb.
We'll call it a long yard. Webb can't run. He's forced to run and will run. He avoids trouble, looking down the field, and he will get a first down. It's the biggest targets. Blitz coming. Webb steps out of it. And for a third straight time, he runs for a first down. And this one may go the distance, and it will for a touchdown.
I want you to watch this rush on the outside. He goes inside right there. You can almost see, gosh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Although he looks like he's pulling up a little bit. You cannot let a ball carrier or you cannot let a quarterback with that kind of athleticism get outside the perimeter of the defense. Do everything you can to keep them in the pocket.
And then they throw. Little misdirection, and it's a touchdown for Gerhardt. And now with just under 8 minutes to go, we have a game here in Detroit.
Hey, but it's a one-score game where you can take the lead.
So here we go. After 3 first down conversions on third down with his feet, 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air and 1 with his legs, Webb and the Vikings have mounted an unbelievable comeback and are here to play spoiler on 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Remember to check out my video next on the Wildcat on coldomaha.com. Now sit back and enjoy the ride.
This could be up into here. Get Joe Webb out to the right, to the way he wants to go.
And he got Rudolph at 6'6" down in the corner. And Webb loses the ball. And the game will end. Unbelievable. The playoff hopes sky.
He was doing just what you said, Tom. He was going to go to the fade to Rudolph Hill. He didn't have it. I don't know what got him to pull it back down, but at that point he had limited options. Got away with a face mask here.
Oh, my.
We're going to come back and see that one all week long, at least in Minneapolis. Wow. Bravo to the Vikings, though, to come back, fight through it the way they did, taking this down to literally the last play.